Tonight, he makes his professional debut. He is a two-time Olympic gold medal champion from Odessa, Ukraine. Дамы и господа, Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Believes he has supreme confidence, doesn't believe anyone can beat him. When you win 2 gold medals in the Olympics and you only lose 1 out of 400 amateur fights, guess what? It breeds confidence.
Arguably the greatest amateur fighter ever, Loma's pro debut was highly anticipated.
And Ramirez is already down on one knee as the result of a right-hand body shot by Lomachenko.
Typically, a fighter with potential will rev their career up over time. Vasiliy wanted no part of that.
5-punch combination jump, something you very rarely see nowadays.
396 amateur fights, of which he won 395.
Oh, good shot.
Another amazing combination.
Good body shot.
Oh, another body shot knocked down. And Russell Moore is going to wave it off.
Ramirez went halfway across the world.
Lomachenko.
I had Lomachenko in my top 10 pound for pound when he had 1 pro fight. And people were, what are you doing? How could you do that?
People who don't know, please go online right now and Google Vasiliy Lomachenko. He might be the best boxer that's ever lived. Lomachenko is on you like glue, stands right in front of you and you can't hit him. And he's going left and he's going right and he's in and he's out and you don't know where the fuck he is and he's lighting you up.
But that dude is that dude, right? Yeah. I don't care. Nobody tell me that dude right there is that dude.
It's like life. Everyone has to get tested. You don't know anything about anyone until they're tested. Until you find out. They might look good, they might have glossy muscles, quick hands, quick feet. They might have all those things. But you don't know what's inside until that test comes. And guess what? Lomachenko is the test man. He's not the machine, he's the test maker. He tests you. He tests you deep inside, not outside, not on the surface. What's inside? That's what he does.
No more, yeah. 50. Yeah. Hold on. You want to? No. Bear. Don't want to continue. No.
His father had an idea. It's a crazy idea. His father took him out of boxing and put him into dance for like several years. So, Ukrainian traditional dance style, apparently. But for 4 years, I think, he just danced. You imagine that? His father's like, you want to learn how to box? You got to dance.
Tonight, he makes his professional debut. He is a two-time Olympic gold medal champion from Odessa, Ukraine. Дамы и господа, Vasiliy Lomachenko.
How about this boy? Reportedly, 396 amateur fights, of which he won 395.
And beat the guy who beat him twice.
Juan Manuel Marquez type pace, about 40-45 punches per round. And Ramirez is already down on one knee as the result.
Good body shot.
Oh, another body shot knocked down from this one. That was a thunderous shot, and Russell Moore is going to wave it off.
Ramirez went halfway across the world.
One of the most intriguing events that we've covered in quite some time. as one of the real grizzled veterans of the sport, Orlando Salido, gave up his featherweight title on the scale yesterday, failing to make weight and failing really to make an effort to get down after originally weighing in at 128.5 pounds. He gave up his title, but Vasiliy Lomachenko, fighting in what's billed as only his second professional fight, can win it.
Round one, and it is anticipated by many.
He knows that he's not experienced in going 8, 9, and 10 rounds.
In a loss to Mikey Garcia, in which he went down 4 times. And by my lights, a fair number of the body shots in the last couple of rounds have landed below the belt.
He's punching you too much below the belt. Try to avoid it.
Title for the advantage of coming in with a big weight advantage over Lomachenko.
Salido needs it though.
Another low blow from Salido. He's right on the hip.
He's hurt very bad.
And another one.
Oh,
and another one.
Right in
3 in a row, right in Cole's face.
On him, or so it appears. Penalized Salido at some point for low blows.
Oh, he hurt Salido.
Badly with the left hand first upstairs and then downstairs.
It could be a flip comeback for Lomachenko, and Salido's holding again. And a dreadful refereeing job from Lawrence Cole. Everything we might have expected to see.
To the winner by split decision, Orlando City Salido.
Thanks for the chance to fight for a title in the second fight. I did my best. I really tried, but it didn't work out. So thanks everybody.
Yeah, to Pinko's credit, he's smart enough to keep the pressure on after Lomachenko onslaughts him like this.
And what's instructive about those 32 punches, the number of punches thrown by Rodriguez has left up right hooks.
9, 10.
He's been beat up in this fight. And the left hand. Another bust. Rocky standing tall. Goes down.
There's another champion out there at 126 pounds. Pretty sure that you're familiar with him. His name is Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Tell Top Rank to sign the check and let's fight. I'll wait for you at 124 pounds.
Next to Lomachenko that hasn't been beaten yet.
These guys have fought together more than 900 times between them.
Oh, his facial expression, the way he's reacting. You know, there's nothing that he can do right now besides hold.
Rigondeaux says that he's taken all the risks he could ever take.
This is really hard hitting a guy that's going down so low like that. It really is.
In the corner of Rigondeaux here in between the 6th and 7th round as they're looking at the tape. That's it. He is saying I don't want any more.
God.
Are you kidding me?
That's 4 guys that don't come out of their corner in a row. What's your new nickname?
Maybe I changed my second name. Maybe I changed it. And now my name is Lomachenko.
Who's the best fighter in the world is now?
Linares and Lomachenko, round number 1 for the lightweight title.
To what's best in Lomachenko to make it happen.
Good combination from Lomachenko. Touched him to the body.
He got his head on the line and threw that up jab.
Combination, it included a left hand to the body. Good combination, and a left hand scores for Lomachenko.
It was cut years ago with Manny Pacquiao. If I told you the same. Obey my commands at all times.
Another uppercut at short distance. Turns it over. Takes that angle and scores with a massive uppercut. What a dominating performance here. And down goes Pedraza. Now to finish. 20 seconds for the great Lomachenko to work here. Second knockdown.
Vasiliy
I'm very happy. I'm very happy. All knows it was my dream. It was my goal. So I'm happy and I can wait. Come back in the camp. Prepare for next title.
What you think about the purse being won by Golden Boy today for your fight, Gary?
I'm glad we won it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of politics that plays a part in the situation. I think winning the purse bid takes away from the advantage of the politics trying to play a sports to a certain extent. You know, the purpose of the purse bid is to be able to control where the fight is, you know, control the revenue and etc. You know, so we won it. We got things on our side. Of course, it's bad blood between the Al Heyman and Golden Boy and Bob Arum and Top Rank. So a lot of people think that the politics of it is there when it's definitely not. You know, so us winning it means a lot to us. This is the fight that we wanted. They making this boy saying this he's so great, and I honestly don't believe so. He only had 2 professional fights. Regardless of what your amateur pedigree is, this is a completely different world going into the pros. You know, it's a certain adjustment that you got to learn to make that you're not going to learn in just two professional fights. You know, one fight he stopped the guy early. The second fight, it was the first time he ever went 12 rounds. There's a lot of things that he's just not aware of as a professional yet. As an amateur, you can be a great amateur competing for 4 rounds. You know, when you can professionals, like I said, a lot of things that we're talking about, being able to slow up the action, being able to dictate what's going on, being able to read your opponent, you know, being able to make the necessary adjustments on the fly in the ring is something that I honestly don't feel as though he's able to do. And you're not going to learn that in just no 2 professional fights. You know, so.
In his 3rd fight, Loma would take on Gary Russell Jr., who was unblemished in 24 pro fights.
2-time Olympic gold medalist, introducing Vasiliy Lomachenko. And his opponent across the ring on my left. Introducing the undefeated Mr. Gary Russell Jr.
I think it's going to be a lot easier than what people think. He only had 2 fights. You know, so we're definitely going to expose him on that. We got some tricks up our sleeve that we don't think he's ready for.
I thought Gary Russell Jr. was the greatest thing since sliced bread. He fought Lomachenko, and I was like, who's this Russian dude? I didn't even know he was Ukrainian, never heard of him. He took Russell apart.
Let's watch again, in real time.
For him to be able to compete for a world title in only 2 fights, it's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. You can't take away from the laws of gravity. You know, if you jump up, you got to come down.
He outclassed Russell from start to finish.
He gets inside, he steps around, he gets underneath the arms. He's never standing still, even if he's working in the pocket.
Holding Russell's punches landed to a paltry 10%.
Most dominant round for either fighter this round so far.
Really fast fighter, and Lomachenko completely outclassed him.
Now Lomachenko going upstairs with that left uppercut. Action picking up here now, under 30 seconds left.
Handing the previously unbeaten fighter his first loss.
It's Lomachenko imposing his will and skill on Gary Russell Jr. Terrific performance from Lomachenko. They certainly believe that history has been equal here tonight, Albertstein.
Vasiliy Lomachenko going up against Gary Russell and winning a world title in just his 3rd fight. His 3rd fight, Al.
His mother was a gymnast, his father a boxing trainer.
Loma was trained by his father since the time he was a literal baby.
I started training when I was 4 years old.
Yeah, he's #1. He's the best. And I think his father is the best too.
Fight. Oh, that's him doing some sambo.
Competing in a plethora of sports, Vasiliy excelled in almost any athletic undertaking.
Football, swimming, not football, soccer. Soccer, dancing.
You know the story where his father made him do traditional Russian dancing and just made him learn that for footwork. It seems like his dad was just a mastermind architect of a champion.
The Matrix is everywhere.
he entered the professional arena, ready and able to contend for a title. As an amateur, Vasiliy racked up an otherworldly record of 396 wins to just 1 loss. Vasiliy is on the short list of 2-time gold medalists.
That's exactly what you see. You don't often find a guy who can win 2 gold medals consecutively back-to-back in the Olympics. That's like having a LeBron James and a Kobe Bryant come through.
Anatoly is a genius. I mean, he really is a mastermind with tactics.
Loma's training is a scientific process, unorthodox yet unquestionably effective, reminiscent to the approach Evander Holyfield took with his training.
He started him very young. He had a process that he was going to put him through all the way through.
Yeah. Dad's a mad scientist.
Yeah.
To increase his stamina, Vasiliy practices holding his breath underwater for as long as he can.
His record is 4.5 minutes.
My record was 4 minutes 30 seconds.
What?
Yeah.
His father is really a mastermind when it comes to boxing.
In your training, get ready for a 12-round fight. Instead, you spar 15 rounds. And instead of 3-minute rounds, you do 4-minute rounds.
4 minutes rounds.
Instead of a minute rest, you 30-second rounds.
Yeah.
In his 4th fight, Loma fought the Asia-Pacific champ,
who had an incredible record of 51 wins and only 1 defeat.
And here's Lomachenko, regarded by many as the greatest amateur fighter of all time. 1 loss as an amateur, that loss twice avenged. Bottom line, he's the most precocious fighter of this age with this background ever to have appeared in the sport.
The challenger, he's the WBO Asia Pacific champion.
#1 contender in the sanctioning body. Lomachenko told his people, I want to fight one of the other belt holders. They said none of them are available. He said, then get me the #1 contender.
Roy Jones Jr. was amazed at the way the young Vasiliy navigated the ring.
I'd have touched the ropes. He made a 3/4 of a circle, maybe a 360 even, around the ring without his back ever touching the ropes.
Combination throwing pressure fighter. He's a power punching pot shotter, and then all of a sudden he's a fleet-footed escape artist.
First time in 53 fights that O'Perry Pena has been on the canvas.
And that's the first time in 53 fights that he's seen Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Even by special fighter standards, you're watching something special.
A true exhibition of greatness.
His hands move fast, his reaction and reflexes are super quick.
All to the winner by unanimous decision, and still WBO World Champion Vasiliy Lomachenko.
The edict from Loma was clear. He was only interested in fighting meaningful fights. No record padding for him.
Nobody can help but be impressed by how Loma fights, by the technical skill that he has, and we haven't seen that maybe since the first young Ali.
Loma is a nightmare of frustration. This explains the abnormal amount of cheap shots Loma's opponents deliver. Time and again.
Lomachenko is just genetically like he's laced with fast twitch muscles.
It's breathtaking for guys like us who have been around the ring for a long time.
It is a thing of beauty, and that's why he's already cracked my top 5 pound-for-pound list.
You know, the guy who does it the best today about cutting angles and being right in front of you, you can't hit him, is Lomachenko.
You could throw a punch, and that punch could be in midair, and he's spinning, and he's already behind you.
Get Lomachenko out of it.
Another fast combination.
And then he's over here, and then he's punching you in the face. And Lomachenko stands right in front of you, and then he's not.
I've never seen someone avoid punches and counter punch and switch. Like, he does some amazing things. I'm thinking, I've been boxing for a long time. I'm like, how'd you do that? I'm like, how'd you practice that?
His fluidity and ability to dance around the ring help him to be in the right place at the right time. Every time.
And Rodriguez is down for the second time.
6, 7, 8, 9.
He is the winner by way of knockout. He is still the WBO featherweight champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko.
What's fascinating to me is in your training that you post online, I see on the countdown videos. I mean, who comes up with this stuff? Is it your father? You doing the reaction drills?
This is special exercises for mind flexibility. You need to switch from muscle work to intelligence work.
Loma also trains in skating, juggling, tennis, and gymnastics.
Traditional boxing exercises are alternated with non-standard methods.
Anything that may aid in some way to his boxing repertoire.
All my boxing life, he gave me special exercises. I do not boxing exercises.
Yeah, unconventional, different.
Yeah, his training regimen is pretty brutal, and they said it was just crazy, the hours that he puts in, how he trains, how hard he trains, and some of the drills that he does.
The way he's so agile with the stepping of his feet. It's like, I think a lot of people are going to learn and mirror that.
Very own Vasiliy Lomachenko has been recognized as the best boxer in the world.
What makes Vasiliy Lomachenko the best then?
Because his style is so unorthodox. Most of the time he's southpaw, but then he switches his hands, switches his legs.
Ranked pound for pound best fighter in the world by ESPN, the Ring Magazine, and the Boxing Writers Association of America.
Lomachenko has a record that you will look at and say, wait a minute, this guy's not experienced, but he is.
Lomachenko's attempting to also become one of the greatest pros ever, and there have been very few careers that have been this good, this fast.
Another combination upstairs. Lomachenko, too much hand speed.
Loma attempted to fight any of the other belt holders in his division willing to fight him. They were all afraid.
So Loma defended his belt against Jason Sosa.
And by the way, how about the stamina?
Look at that move. Just now, 4-5 punch combination.
I can't think of anyone quite like Lomachenko. He's showing us something new.
If you look at Lomachenko, he takes those steps to the right and to the left, sort of like Mike Tyson used to do to set up his punches from the right or left.
And for the second straight fight, Loma made his opponent quit on their stool.
And now they're going to stop.
Good for Rivas. Correct call.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Loma was now being dubbed
Antics played, Vasiliy Lomachenko. Breaking his will with both speed, defensive prowess, every which way.
Every which way saying that, hey, I am the best. I fear no man, not you. You can't hit me, and I can hit you.
For the third straight time, his opponent quit on his stool.
That is it. Fight is over. Mariano will take no more. TKO victory for Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Lomachenko struck again, winning by way of submission.
11 fights in, he wins his third world title. What in the f?
From 130 pounds to 135, from junior lightweight to lightweight.
Loma would move up in weight again to face off with the lightweight world champion, Jorge Linares.
I was wondering whether Vasiliy had bitten off more than he could chew.
Now it's time to see who's the best fighter in the world is now.
Linares and Lomachenko, round number 1 for the lightweight title.
In a quest to secure his third title in yet another division, Linares was considered the number 1 lightweight in the world. A real challenge for the Matrix.
The fight was a back-and-forth affair early.
Good combination from Lomachenko. Touched him to the body and then split the guard upstairs.
Loma was the more skilled, but Jorge had a large size and power advantage.
Yes. The smaller man wants to be in. And there really is quite a size difference. You can just see it.
Then, in the 6th round, Loma got caught.
Lomachenko goes down! What a turn!
He was fine right away. And like I said, he showed another dimension.
A right hand from Linares floors the pound-for-pound best.
For the first time in his career, Loma was knocked down.
The momentum switched, and Linares went on the attack.
Swing back towards Lomachenko.
But Loma persevered, delivering a lethal combination that culminated with a devastating body shot.
Lomachenko, the fastest in history to become a 3-division world champ.
The win shattered the record for the fewest fights needed to secure titles in 3 divisions.
There was no resting on his laurels after winning his 3rd title. Instead, Loma aimed to unify the lightweight belts against Jose Pedraza.
He faded second half. You cannot fade against the Matrix, Lomachenko.
There's a left hand from Lomachenko. Comes in with a lead left hand that time against Pedraza.
That's exactly what I was talking about from the first round. He knocks down the jab of Pedraza and throws a straight left hand down the middle.
The fight was mostly one-sided. Loma landed an incredible 46% of his 345 power punches.
Good uppercut from Loma. 42 power punches landed in that 11th round. Takes that angle and scores with a massive uppercut. And down goes Pedraza. 7, 8, what a dominating performance here. He survives the round, but Lomachenko was absolutely sensational. He is now the unified WBA and WBO lightweight champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko. Well, this
This is levels above. This is one of the great fighters of the last 10, 20 years in Lomachenko, who just seems to be getting stronger and better, and he wants more.
Loma destroyed Anthony Corolla.
Boom, perfect timing.
Inside the first minute of the fourth, that is definitively the end of the fight. And Vasiliy Lomachenko proves his utter class in dismantling the brave Anthony Corolla, who needs some time here.
You know, 4 belts, it means you are the best in your weight classes, the best. You are one world champion, not 4 world champion. You won.
In his next outing, Lomachenko captured his 3rd belt in his 4th weight class.
How good is Lomachenko? I think he's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
Campbell was a much larger fighter than Loma.
Lomachenko's a guy who moved up from featherweight, so most people now are going to be the naturally bigger guy.
Lomachenko doesn't move, he glides.
He glides,
like,
it's so smooth, man.
Yeah.
That's that ballet coming through.
It's true.
It's something to watch, man. It's just the ability to move and also to anticipate the other fighter's movement. This guy is the wizard of footwork. It's crazy because he's like right in front of you, but he's one step ahead of you at every turn.
Loma was sharp.
He dictated the action, staying aggressive, landing cursing body shots, chopping away at the much larger fighter.
He wants to be matched only with the best.
Vasiliy Lomachenko is considered by most boxing experts to be the pound-for-pound best fighter on the planet. How high he climbs on the all-time list will be one of the biggest stories in boxing over the next several years. Vasiliy Lomachenko, The Matrix.